creative friends and welcome. I'm Bernadette and today we're diving into a dreamy world of colour, inspired by the beautiful rustic canal houses in Amsterdam. Look at these sweet houses. I was leafing through this colour journal and decided I'd like to visit the idea of Amsterdam canal houses. As you can see, there are lots of different palettes in here, but these are the ones I came across, and I really wanted to pick up this purple and try another one. So if you'd like to paint along with me, grab some supplies and head over to my blog and download the free PDF. You won't have to put in your email address or anything. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to pull colour inspiration straight from a photograph and turn it into a simple, beautiful palette that you can use for painting, journaling, or any other creative project. There's so much mystery and magic in colour. Learning to see little hidden harmonies. That's what makes your work feel alive and uniquely yours. You don't need any fancy tools or complicated theory. Just something that inspires you. Maybe it's a place that you enjoy, a photo, a leaf or a feather, and just a bit of paint, and you're set to go. So the whole point of making colour palettes for me is so that I've got something to use in my artwork, something to refer to later. And this one, I just wanted to kind of go back in time to when I was in Amsterdam one day. I wanted to just get a feeling for that place and those iconic houses. They're just the colourful houses. They're so beautiful. And I remember I'd found some delicious pastry, as you do, and was looking for somewhere to sit and eat it nicely for lunch. I found a nice quiet spot overlooking a canal that was lined with beautiful coloured houses and had a little lunchtime companion, a seagull that was begging for crumbs. I was glad to finally have a chance to put down my delicate package. In the morning, I'd been to the flower market and bought some absolutely gorgeous poppy seed pods that I wanted to draw, but they were so impractical for carrying around all day. Thinking of Amsterdam reminds me of visiting Rembrandt's house and studio. The atmosphere in that place is something else. It's like stepping back in time. I also remember being delightfully lost in the amazing, inspiring, ridiculously crowded Van Gogh Museum, wishing I could just be there all day. And with this palette, I just wanted to kind of bring myself back to those places and those memories. When I make palettes, my aim is to harvest colours that I'll use one day in my artworks. So I use the reference as a springboard and then find colours that suit my style. That means I'm usually reducing the saturation and just selecting a few really harmonious hues. For this one, I was really drawn to the dark purple house, and I like that red house as well. So I kind of built the palette around that. I started with the dark purple, and I just picked a purple from my palette, mixed it with some black and grey to mute it a bit, and I've made it a bit lighter than in the photo because in the photo it looks almost black. Then I created a lighter version of that purple just simply by mixing white with it, and I did that because I tend to work in a higher palette, so I just enjoy that. So then I'd kind of established my darkest dark. I then thought I'll pick the lightest light. So I chose that light creamy colour that's at the top of the house in the middle, which is like buff titanium, and it was a different colour in my palette, but I mixed up something like that, and then I used the golden raw sienna type colour next to it. And I also really like that red, the red house that's next to the purple one, so I tried to create a nice rich red colour to go with that. And I feel like that palette really echoes the feeling of those houses in Amsterdam, but it also is going to go with the work that I want to create because the colours are a little bit softer and a bit more muted than what they are in the photo. If you're wondering what paints I'm using the Kuretake watercolour sort of mix, cross between watercolour and gouache, and I've got two sets that I've mixed together. It's the Art Nouveau set and then the other one's a general set. I'll link them in the description if you're interested. I like to just use a couple of words to label each colour palette so that I remember what it was that inspired me and try and really capture the feeling of that place when I'm using it in my artwork. My sketchbooks are far from perfect, but I do like to make them a bit nice. And I've always been obsessed with hand lettering and fonts and things. So I often use brush pens to label just for the fun of it. I don't actually have an art project in mind for this colour palette at the moment, but I've got loads of sketchbooks and I've also got a few little journals like this one that are just for colour palettes only, and I just love to fill them so that I've got something ready to go when I do want to start a project. In the past, I've spent ages scrolling through Pinterest or looking for colour inspiration elsewhere, and I always end up frustrated because I feel like it's someone else's colour palette and never quite fits what I want to do. And the thing I really love about making my own is I know I'm going to enjoy using those colours in my artwork. I hope you've enjoyed painting along, and I hope you got something that was really good for you. If you did, tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see it, at bernadette.myers. I've just started making these colour videos because a friend suggested it. So if you've enjoyed it and you'd like to see more, leave me a note in the comments and let me know what else you'd like to see, and feel free to click the like and subscribe. Thanks a lot. I hope you've enjoyed this little colour adventure with me. It's amazing how much beauty you can find when you really look. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll see you next time for some more colour and creativity.